that are available to stimulate that neurology.
G, H.
Things that are so important, right? The puck's coming so fast, and if you lose it for a second, that could be the difference between making a save and going to the net. So I think here, just really trying to find where we can, improve. Just like getting in the gym and working out our bodies. I guess you got to work your eyes and continue to help them get better.
I think any chance you have to get one day better, no matter what, you have to take, because this game, everybody is so close. The difference between goalie number 1 in the NHL and goalie number 60 is really an eyelash between them all.
So those were some of my first clients that came. Obviously, you guys probably all recognize Mitch Korn. He was one of my mentors when I was growing up the ranks. And so this became a staple. I had tons of goalies, Pecorine, Braden Holtby. You guys saw Dubnyk and Carter Hutton. Obviously, they're having success now. I'm not saying it's because of vision training. I'm just saying it's one aspect of goaltending that even if you know nothing about, I don't know shit about saccades. I don't know anything about all that other convergence and divergence and all that. I know a little bit, but at the end of the day, I went out, I did research, and I found these guys, and then I worked with them explaining to them what a goaltender does, and then they came up with the plan. And now they do like half the NHL, okay? So for you guys out there, this is something really simple. There's tons of companies here in Toronto. You guys do a little bit of research here in Toronto that do this. Okay, I get emails from them all the time. All right, so here's another simple one for tracking in vision. This was from when I was a little boy, okay? So it's a long time ago, but it's the simplest concept in the world. Just take some ropes, put them on a string, have him go from the puck to the net to at least show your goalie his distance out of his net, his depth, his ability to track down instead of lifting up and trying to catch it back here, coming over the puck, shoulders over. Even if you know nothing about goaltending, you could still show your goalies this. This is something so simple. It costs you $4 in ropes, you cheapskates, all right? Get out there and get off your wallet, buy some rope, and you can do that with your goaltenders. Movement, okay? I made this like 20 years ago. Still use it all the time, all right? I just came up with all the different movements you need to make. Shuffles, T-pushes, butterfly slides, power pushes, and all of them, I just made them so that day by day, every day of the week, they got 5 drills, skating drills to do. And then I change it every month so that they're never ever the same. They change every week. And when I went out for practice, every single day, and I'll get into this about the mental side, but mentally, I wanted my goalies to be the first on the ice every day. I wanted them to be the first on the ice every day because I wanted them to show their teammate, without saying a word, that they were the leaders of the team. They were going to lead the team out to practice. My son plays in the GTHL here. I go to practice, sitting in the stands, I watch 10 minutes. Coach got a Starbucks in his hand, skating around the ice with the kids, shooting the shit, a couple kids hitting off the crossbar. This is the best league in the world, right, for this age group. Crossbar down, 10 minutes into practice. Finally blows the whistle, calls everybody into center ice. Talks at center ice for 5 minutes, then has the players do 4 lines of skating up and down the ice, doing outside edges. And the goalie's in there. And I'm thinking to myself, I played goalie for a long time. You might use your outside edge once. Okay? So 1, he wasted 15 minutes of practice. And 2, he's working on something. He could have put his goalie in net as soon as the practice started. As soon as the goalie got out on the ice, went right to his net and did his skating drills. I used to take this and put it on the glass and be like, hey, as soon as you get out on the ice, you do these 5 skating drills. Okay? But it gave the goalies a plan. It gave the goalies a purpose. It gave them a goal, something to shoot for. All of these things kind of work together to work the mental side. The coach cares about me. I can tell you this, guys, a lot of goalies come to me, they're like, coach hates me, doesn't like me, doesn't give me a chance. He thinks you hate him because you never talk to him, you're scared to talk to him, and then you send him in a corner and you're like, well, go work with that dad and he's going to make you a better goalie. Okay? You're the coach. Take that kid, take some time, find some skating drills, and come every day with, hey, you need to do these skating drills. Now, these are just save selections. Again, I'm not going to bore you with this. I made this again years and years ago. I forgot. Yeah, Johnstown was the 6th team, and Ryan Bednard was the goalie who got drafted by Florida. So I just created this years ago where I just put all the parts of being a goaltender. Okay? Some of them are outdated, some of them were ahead of their time. But anyways, at the end of the day, I gave them all the parts of being a goalie. And I would give this to the goalies. So the goalies knew if they had practiced the whole week, but they hadn't worked on communication, well then guess what? Maybe tomorrow at practice you need to work on your communication. My goal is that, especially in junior hockey, when I coached junior hockey, you had Monday to Friday, get ready for the games. So every day of the week, I would take these and I would separate them and I would say, okay, well, and just for an example, I would say, okay, today you're going to work on these things, Tuesday you're going to work on these things, Wednesday you're going to work on these things, and that would give them a base. And then we would add in there if there was things that they were struggling on. Okay, so coordination with the puck. As you guys see, I think about the coaches all the time. I made sure I said in big red to any goalies I work with that they always have to go see their coach and ask him how he wants to do. Because every coach has a different way that they want to do things, right? Different cues, different verbal cues, different physical cues. But I would just give them a basic, and then I would go meet with the coaches, and then they would tell me, no, Stevie, I don't ever want the goalie to do this. I don't want the goalie to do that. Yes, I want the goalie to do this. Yes, I want the goalie to do that. We would take this basic outline, and we would make it so that the head coaches were comfortable with it. That's part of the goalie working with the team, not, hey, you're over here, you just adjust to whatever we do, and then come and yell at the goalie. You're like, hey, what are you doing out there? I want this, I want that. We would coordinate together. Okay, so I was really excited to listen to the personality stuff. I've been doing this again for 12 years now. Remember I told you Gord, his partner, actually bought my first company and in 2006, so 12 years ago. And I started doing these personality assessments, and I do it all the time with the goalies. I do it all the time with the goalies just to find out how do they tick. Certain goalies, they need details. Why are we doing this drill? What's the situation? What's the time on the clock? Why is that guy a righty and not a lefty? Why is this? Why is that? Some goalies, you could tell them, just go on the ice and do this, and they just do it. Okay? Some of that has to do with their personality. As you can see, I'm a high I, which is all about inspiration and inspiring the goalies to be great. But I'm also very, very direct. Very direct. So those are my two traits. Well, if you have a goaltender who's not very direct and all of a sudden you bombard them with, you need to do this, you need to do that, they're not going to react well. They're going to rebel right away. And so it was really fun to hear that today. And I don't believe personally that this is just for goalies. I believe it's for everybody on the team. I know Coaching to Connect works with a lot of college teams if there's college coaches here. But this has been the single best thing I've done over the course of my coaching career, just to help me to connect with the goalies quicker, easier, okay? To be able to provide the plan so they accepted the plan. Some guys aren't willing to accept the plan if you just present it to them in the wrong way and tell them you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. I always create the plan with the goalies so that it's their plan. They own it, okay? And that's what I would encourage you guys as coaches to do, is to create a plan for your goalie. These are the things we need you to do playing the puck. These are the things we need you to do at stopping the puck. These are the things we need you to do communicating. These are the things, and have a plan and have them work on it every day. So, mental side of things. The basic, actually, I'll give you guys one more quick example here. I got 5 minutes. So, 4 chemicals of your body. Endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, right? The 4 chemicals that make you happy in life, feel confident in life, okay? Endorphins, I'm giving you guys this. You guys could steal it for free because I stole it from Simon Sinek on YouTube, okay? So Simon Sinek talks about business, and people that are successful in business are happy. They see the optimism in everything. They feel like they can accomplish anything. That comes from those chemicals in your body. The chemicals in your body are only there if you eat right. If you don't eat right, you don't have the chemicals in your stomach to shoot up to your brain to then give yourself these positive feelings. So there's a good teaching point for your goalies. You can't be a fat slob, right? You got to eat right. You got to take care of yourself so that you have those chemicals in your body to then create these feelings. Endorphins only come when you work hard. It's called the runner's high. If you don't push yourself hard enough, you can't get that happiness feeling. So if your goalie's just standing on the goal line like this and not doing anything and pucks are whizzing by him, might not get any endorphins. Okay? Serotonin. Serotonin comes from having goals and accomplishing your goals. So if you only give your goal, hey, I want you to have a 2.5 goals against average and a 93 save percentage. What's the problem with this goal? When do you accomplish the goal? Wow, it's really hot in here. Everybody's sleeping. At the end of the year. So there's nothing to motivate them day after day. That's why having a plan is so important. Because if you gave them a goal every day when they went to practice, today I want you to work on rebound control. You don't have to be technical and tell them, hey, you got to get your stick on the puck and you got to do all these things. You got to point your block or whatever it is. You got to track the puck. You don't need to worry about that. You tell them, listen, if it lands in the honey hole, that's a bad rebound. And just count them for them. And tell them, tomorrow I want you to be better. Tomorrow I want you to give up less of those rebounds. But it's coming up with it's making a plan for them. It's giving them a goal. And then serotonin is the leadership drug. Every goalie, everybody in the world wants to be a leader. All you head coaches want to be leaders. Everybody wants to be leaders in their lives. They want to have control of their lives. Okay? So help your goalie to be a leader on the team. Even though he's a goalie, there's lots of great leaders that are goalies that don't say anything. By being the first on the ice. By working hard on every shot to try to make their teammates better. Maybe competing against a teammate. Making a little competition. Coach, I'll buy a Gatorade for the goalie or the player. Today you're going to compete against this guy. Right? So the D and the goalies usually hang out all the time. Maybe there's a forward that a goalie's never spoke to. Hey, you're going to compete against him today. Now you're creating a team bonding, camaraderie, okay? Positive self-talk. All of these other ones, visualization, goals, and I only got 2 minutes, so I'm going to bring it in here. This is the last one anyways. Expectations. All of these things come from the Navy SEALs. Again, I know shit about being a Navy SEAL. I've never been to war. I've never been to the military. But I went out and I studied the Navy SEALs. I went to San Diego. I listened to them talk. And the biggest misconception of all that I thought, did you guys ever see that movie, An Officer and a Gentleman? Remember that? Mayonnaise. And he used to yell at him all the time. You're worthless. You're no good. Okay? That was the total opposite of when I went to the Navy SEALs training. They're the most positive people I've ever met. Everything like, great job. Wow, you did an amazing job. You could be even better if you did this. But it always started off with a positive. Okay? And so I already talked about the chemicals a little bit. Believing in yourself and visualization. There's so many things you guys can do, but if you at least keep these things in mind, that these are the ways you build a positive mindset. If you have a goalie who's positive and feels good about himself, he's going to play well. Okay? But it can't be when he struggles or, hey, we're getting ready for a big game. I need you to visualize yourself making a lot of saves. It needs to be all season long. Hey, today I need you to visualize seeing yourself giving those rebounds to the corners or controlling them or what have you. It's giving them a plan. It's giving them a goal every day. And every day that they achieve it, you praise them about it so that they feel good about themselves for achieving that goal. And the next day you raise the bar a little bit more. And then you raise the bar a little bit more. So that's my outline for a business plan for you guys. I didn't want to get, like I said, too carried away with everything. I just thought that would be real basic for you guys. They're all things that everybody can do. Doesn't matter, like we said, I think there's 99% of you guys in here aren't goaltenders. So I didn't get sucked down into the minutia of it. I think everybody here can do those things, add a lot to your goaltending for the upcoming season. All right, well, thank you very much for your time, guys.